Oh man, I used to think that I would miss like Targets and Walmarts, and now Pippin, not even lying, I get emotional just walking over the bridge. Pip, come on, man. I mean, every day it feels more and more like home. Come, look at that shot. Oh man, so I still remember the very first time we moved here, like our first month here, and how one of the biggest things for me, and look, I hate to say this, but one of the biggest things for me was literally getting used to not having convenience stores and just like superstores like a Target and even Walmart and Walgreens and what was the other one? CVS. Like, I still remember this because I remember just thinking like, dang, I went out and I think my son needed something, and no joke, we could not get it. It was a little bit after, I would say it was about after 10 or something, and I was like, shoot, let me run out and get this. Everything was closed. And I remember going back home to my wife and telling her like, oh, I don't think we could get this because ain't nothing open. And I was just like, you know what? I don't think places open that late here. Like, I don't think nothing's open. And now this is not true. In Amsterdam, there are places open past 10. I'm gonna be real. I've found stores that are open past 10, but in Harlem, like Pippin, Harlem, nah. Ain't nothing open past 10 in Harlem unless it's a bar. You ain't getting nothing for your kid that you need at a bar. Side note, man, whoa, look how nice it turned out to be today. I think I overdressed. I got this undershirt on. Definitely overdressed. It was chilly earlier, but yeah, I overdressed. And I still remember this. I even brought it up in one of my first like pros and cons videos of leaving the States. And that was a huge con for me here, was that we didn't have like, they have no convenience stores or any stores open they have no 24-hour stores. And now fast forward to today, and I'ma be real. Like, look, I'ma just super say this, but it is completely different for me. I would not trade a local grocery store for a superstore or a convenience store any day of the week. And man, I am being dead serious. And this is a shock. Like, look, it's a shock to me. Like, I'm shocking myself because this is just something that is just so unexpected that I love about living here, and then what makes it a part of my life and a part of being home. And man, I am being dead serious. The US could keep all of them stores, all those big box superstores like the Sam's Clubs. They can keep these 24-hour Walgreens and CVS's. They could keep all of it, because I do not want those things here. Like, it is, one, it's super stressful and overwhelming. Like, I went to a Sam's Club with my mom. Man, like it's serious stuff, man. You gotta like prepare yourself mentally before you go up in there. And then just like the sheer size of everything and all of these freaking options that you have that don't make no sense. I think what it is that when you go to these places, like a lot of stores in the States, when you go there, it's almost like, hold on, this is a dope shot. Let's get this shot. Hold on. Come on, man, right? Tell me that's not a dope shot. Look at that shot, man. Come on, with the boats passing, pimp. Come on. But no, legit though, when you go to these places in the States, what I realize is these places, it's almost like they don't have a soul. That's what it feels like. I know that sounds crazy. Like any of these places, go to CVS, go to Walgreens, go to even Kroger and Publix, and then go to a Sam's Club, go to just all of these like superstores or 24-hour convenience stores, and it's almost like it feels soulless. Versus when I go to my local grocery stores and local stores in Harlem or even in Amsterdam and a lot of places that I go to regularly, it's almost like you're going there and it's like an experience almost. I mean, you're meeting people are smiling, everyone's talking to each other, there's outside seating, like there's just so much going on. Even when you go to like an Albert Heijn, for example, right? Go to Albert Heijn, yeah, it ain't open 24 hours, but you go to an Albert Heijn, and some of them have like free coffee, some of them be having DJs. And then also, not to mention the amount of life that are just in these places like Albert Heijn and Jumbo. Like, you have so many younger people there just working and chatting and goofing off. Like, it's really nice to see, and it just adds to the whole place and the whole atmosphere. And Pippin, this is an Albert Heijn and a Jumbo that I'm talking about right now. This is not a local like market. Like, ain't even a local market. But man, you pull up at a local market like on a Saturday or a Monday or I forget what day the markets are open on in Harlem, but man, you pull up to a local market and pimp it. It is like saying blood times 1,000. Man, everybody's outside, everybody's eating, everyone's talking, chatting. People are like, you know, the local booths know everybody. And I just would not trade this. I'm sorry, I would not trade it for these super store, these super box stores, these 24-hour convenience stores. I would not trade it. Matter of fact, I go grocery shopping. Between me and my wife, we go grocery shopping at least every other day. And we don't got no problem with it. First, what we used to do back in the States was literally, we would go shopping maybe once a week and make everything last for the week. And it's not that anything's wrong with that or anything, it's just that I like it like this a lot better.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I much rather prefer it that way because you get the food fresher, and yeah, it's just something that's really nice about it. And with all of that said, it just makes it all feel like home, like unexpectedly too. And it's the opposite when I go back to the States to visit. It feels like I'm almost out of place. That's what it feels like. In these stores and all these 24-hour, like all that stuff, I don't really need.
I love your vlog. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, man.
Great job.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, man, that was nice. Ran into a couple of people that like the channel on the same, like, little walk. Literally within, like, 10 feet of each other. we are moving up. No, just kidding. Oh, snap. Speaking of soul, though, look at that little car. Pimp, pull up. That is, hold on, Pimp, hold on. That is a dope little car, Pimp. Plus, the carpet matches the drapes, too. Pimp, pull up. I mean, if you couldn't get that joke, it's because this car belongs to that. Oh man, quick side note, we are in Amsterdam, and you know, this is gonna sound so crazy, but today was the first time I realized how much is actually going on here. Like with the trams, the cars, the bikes, but yet still somehow works. Also too, it's a lot of people out today. Man, like it is probably one of the nicest days it's been like out of the week. It is it's nicer today than it was in the last video I did. Like man, it is nice. A lot of smiling faces. Like wow, so everybody's smiling. And that guy all up in my grill. And another unexpected way that the Netherlands feels like home would have to be, and look, this is like super unexpected, especially coming from a guy like me. Because remember, I'm a guy who knows how to hustle. I've always had multiple jobs. I've always had something on the side. That's just sky money. And there are two main reasons for me being the way that I am, and I mean, at least from what I can see, and that is one, me being American and me being around it, but two, pimping. Growing up poor will put you, look, I did my nickel, I ain't going back. I ain't never being broke. And look, man, when you've been at the bottom before, you will do whatever you can not to get there no more. Like pimping, it don't taste good, okay? That's all I got to say. Which is why embracing this whole slower pace of life has just been crazy unexpected for me, and also makes it feel more like home for real. I mean, just something like this, just going out for walks on my lunch, like really good walks too. As well as just taking my time to go and sit down and just be and listen and hear the sounds of bikes, the sounds of the tram, and just taking the time to actually sit down and do something as simple as just enjoying a coffee. Same thing when it comes for like lunch or meals. Like me and my wife, we have longer meals with our families, as well as even when I'm doing my lunch, I'm just chilling. Like I'm not in a rush, and this is something that I've always hated. I'm not gonna lie, I've always hated being in a rush. And be having my anxiety going through the roof over here. Actually, no, that's a lie, because it's the complete opposite here. Like I just don't feel rushed. I'ma just be honest. And even when it comes to like my job, as well as this whole like YouTube thing, right? There's just a sense of just a balance that just naturally happens here, and I can't even explain it. If I go back to the States, it doesn't feel normal to be like that. I'm sorry, to be rushing, and then only getting outside for events or planned stuff feels a little off too as well. Versus here, getting out seems just more organic for people. It's just a part of your life. Like it's something that you do. Like you get out. If the sun's out, you stay out. But yeah, you get out, and yeah, it's just another part of the slower pace of life. Pimpin', we don't need a reason to be outside. We just hugging the block. Thank you, Mom.
You're welcome.
Man, that cappuccino. Oh no! Man, what I was about to say was that cappuccino smelled so good before I bumped it, and it almost flew all off. Side note, that is a really good cappuccino. Like, dang, that's... Oh, thank you. And you know, I guess with that though, I think it's just this whole work-life balance, and it's a strange thing. It's like I value work and also value the balance of work as well as my time. It's such a weird, strange like dynamic when I really think about it, especially coming from the States and being like, look, a born hustler. Like coming from that is, man, it's crazy to me, man. Side note, look at that view. Look how green the trees are, man. Man, oh, go past the scooter. Go past that girl in that scooter. She hugging the block. That place back there, great cappuccino, like really, really good. But though, they don't give you a little cookie like paper. What the? Come on, y'all. Come on. Oh man, they would have killed the game if they gave like a little snack, cookie, just something, like a little waffle, just something. They would have killed it, but nope. You don't get nothing. But though, I will say I'm gonna go ahead and give him brownie points because he was like buttering me up a bit with my Dutch. He was like, yo, your Dutch is pretty good. And I was like, yo, thank you. Like for real, man. He over here got me cheesing over there, man. And which brings me to another point of, make sure I don't get hit by no bike. Which brings me to something else that's super unexpected that really makes it feel like home here is the language barrier. Well, no, not the language barrier, but it seems like there is no barrier between different languages anymore. For me, different languages no longer feel like, they don't feel so much as they don't feel like barriers anymore like they used to. Like, I don't know why, but before, it always felt like hearing different languages or just trying to be in different places, because I've traveled for so long now. And my wife and I still travel, but this is just across the board, whether it's Dutch or when we go to Germany or when we go to Italy or Spain, like it's almost like it's all the same, which is crazy. And I don't mean the languages are the same, but I mean the feeling of not being in this like barrier from the language is the same, which I know sounds a bit silly because look, I'm gonna be real, I don't speak French, I don't speak German, I don't speak Italian, and yeah, my Spanish is, yeah. And yeah, I don't speak either of these languages, but the barrier it doesn't seem to be there anymore. I don't know how to explain it because I feel like, no joke, I can get around and I'm gonna be okay. And now I do wanna make myself clear. I respect all languages and cultures, and I think that's what it is. I think it's not that I don't, it's the fact that I'm accepting it a little bit more to the point where I wanna learn a little bit of French, I wanna learn a little bit of German. I would love to get back into Spanish, and then pimping, I gotta speak Dutch every day. Like I have to, like, pimping, that's a huge goal of mine this year. It's just like this huge respect for language and culture that just really tear down those language barriers, like even without knowing the language. I know that sounds crazy, like I know. Like, come on, it wouldn't be a Sky Money video without some crazy talk. But yeah, man, this is the honest to God truth. Like, it's a weird thing. It's even when you travel into Spain and you go to Germany and you go to Austria, you go to all these places and you're just hearing a bunch of different languages. It's almost like it's literally like a challenge of figuring out, I wonder what language you're speaking. And again, there's no disrespect, there's no tea, no shade to it or anything like that. It's just more of a, man, this is where I live. This is a part of my life. Looks like, oh no, looks like they got pulled over. Look, can't relate. Sorry, man. Good luck with that ticket. Oh man, yeah, I'm definitely at home, man. Hey, come on, pimp. I'm definitely at home. The only thing I need to do now is go to a Formula One race. Like, we making that happen. Pimping, look, if somebody knows somebody, hook me up. We gotta get to Formula One. Big gold number 2. Look, baby, for real too. First, it's Dutch, and then Formula One. Top 2. So yeah, hook me up. Now, but seriously though, man, thanks to everybody who makes it feel like home, like for real, because it's a welcome change. Invisible Man. Side note, we need to pull up over there. Dang, that place is lit. Dang, the kid was honking at me. Or look, I wasn't even on the feast pad and he was calling me.